I want to be able to talk about the new systems for a second, since it's been a while since I have said anything about them. But there has been a lot of things that happened. Um, the holiday is coming up. Holiday 2020 is literally right around the corner. And people have been complaining about there's no price, and there's no release date for each of these systems. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, the NVIDIA RTX new graphics card, people saying like this completely just blows PS5 and Xbox Series X right out of the water. And then there's saying that these consoles don't feel like they should be released yet because of the economically how we're doing, because of the COVID and all of that stuff, and saying that it should be pushed back maybe early 2021 instead of rushing out a product. Like what they did with Halo Infinite. It was supposed to be a release on launch alongside with the Xbox Series X, but they pulled it down to work on it more so they can meet the consumer instead of trying to rush it out like some companies like EA. But we're not going to get into that because this is the next generation, not EA. So, what do I think about it? And honestly, I probably think it's wise to push the consoles back due to everything that's happening. I was getting upset that Nintendo hasn't said anything, about, what's the rest of this year is going to look like, what they're going to pump out. Meanwhile, the PS5 and Xbox Series X don't even have a price or release date. Which is concerning because I don't think, like, if you look at the launch cycles of each new generation of consoles, and if you look at their prices that has been released in the release date, it didn't wait until we're in September now. October and November, like 2 months away probably. 2 months or 2 months and a half, like somewhere around there, that we're away from the next generation of consoles. And we don't know nothing of how much money should be spent, especially during these tough times, because there's people that are not being able to have a job to be able to afford the beast of the machines of whichever they want. I'm pretty sure most people want PS5 at this point, but I'm still curious of both of them and see how they both turn out. I don't know if I'm going to get them because I don't have a job right now and I can't really afford this. So I can't sit there and go out and buy the latest tech out there. Even if they release like a cheap price, I was hearing like $400 for like the PS5 or maybe $500. And then the Xbox Series X was supposed to be like about $500, $600. Meanwhile, the Xbox Series S was about $200, the cheaper option, from what I've been hearing, even cheaper than the PS5. And we didn't even know the model until I don't know, I forgot when, but the model looked like, something else, and it turned into this. So I don't know how we went from that dev kit that we saw way back into this slick white PS5. But do I think the graphics card, the NVIDIA, blows them out of the water? I don't think it does. Because to me, it's more like Nintendo. It doesn't have the best, graphics and specs out there in the world as Xbox Series X claimed to have. It doesn't have the best specs, but it does offer some really good exclusives. And not only that, it's a hybrid system. Would you be able to bring it wherever you want to? So to me, I don't think it matters about the graphics card. Like, oh my gosh, Nvidia just put out a graphics card that blows it out of the water. Like, no, 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 no. Just calm down for a second. Just calm down for a second. Calm down. Just for a brief moment, sir. Just calm down and just think about this. Because it matters with the exclusive. It shouldn't matter the technology. You know, cool, specs are there, cool, but people want to see what it can produce and see what games, first party and third party games, would come to this particular console. And that's why many people are looking at PS5 right now, because of its exclusive. Like, a lot of people are wanting that Ratchet and Clank game. That, I mean, to me, it does look pretty super duper awesome. I mean, I played it back on the PS2 days. I don't think I played the future one on the PS3. I don't think I played those games, but I remember playing them back on the PS2 days, and they were fun. The original, the Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, even Size Matters. I honestly liked that game. Even some people that didn't. But the Rift Apart looks freaking amazing. But at the same time, I don't know, like, I'm going to have to stand by this. I think the consoles should be pushed back. I don't think they're ready. You know, especially in the season that we are in right now, I just don't think they're ready. I mean, there's a bunch of video companies that's having a harder time. I mean, look at Nintendo. Apparently, that Super Mario was supposed to be announced during E3. But E3 got canceled. And that's when it's supposed to be announced, and then it got delayed. Same with Pikmin 3. So stuff has been delayed due to the season that we are in. And it should be understandable. We shouldn't be, you know, rushing out to the marketplace because I don't want something that's broken. That's how some games are. Like, most of the games are like day one patch. I wouldn't want that on the consoles especially. Like, if they're not really ready yet. And another thing that I forgot to mention about the PlayStation. Apparently, it's supposed to be, the Sony's looking for people that deserves it. You know, you can pre-order it, but Sony, it's going to be a limited, right now because of the season we're in. And I feel like that's probably going to be the same for the Xbox Series X. So, to me, I think it's best just to push them back. You know, they're not ready yet. I don't think the new Nvidia RTX graphics card pushed them out of the water. I don't really think, you know, to me, it matters more on the exclusives and what they got to offer. You know, I will be looking at them. I will be watching people and what they say about them. But I just don't have the money right now in order to afford one when I already have a Switch and been purchasing games from that. And especially in the season, it is not easy. It is really not easy, like, period at all. So, tell me what y'all think. Do you think the new graphics card is going to push these out of the water? Blow them into the water, I meant? Are you picking up an Xbox Series X or a PS5? Do you think they're going to be pushed back until 2021? Let me know what y'all think, because this year, I mean, everybody knows 2020, and it's not even done yet. 2020 is not done yet. We still have a few months left, unfortunately. So, we'll see what the future entails. We'll see. And I'll see y'all guys. I will see you in the next video.